Hi everyone! Today I'm going to scrapbook photos of me and some towel animals. I actually made those towel animals. If you've ever been on a cruise, some of the cruise lines have their stewardess make towel animals for you in your rooms when you return, and I always find them quite adorable whenever we get back to our room and we have this cute little towel animal on our bed. There was a class that you could take. It was one of the activities for our sailing days or at sea days, and they were showing people how to actually make these towel animals. So I decided I would go and learn how to fold them. For this layout, I thought I'd use this very colorful triangle pattern sheet of paper. And whenever I have a very busy background page, I like to mat my photos onto some cardstock so that the photo doesn't get lost on the background sheet of paper. Whenever I decide to layer my photos, I always look at the photo to see where there is negative space. And I see negative space in the sense that it's something that's not important or crucial in the photo that I can have them overlapping. So I decided to have the one that is a closer up of myself on top because majority of that photo is the focus. And then I used my other one where there's more background in the photo to be the bottom layer so that when I cover it up, it isn't covering up anything important. For the spread, I'm doing a diagonal composition. I'm starting in the upper left and going towards the lower right. And I'm selecting some die cut embellishments from my ephemera pack. Since we are discussing animals, I found some animal die cuts in my ephemera pack. I pulled out a duck, and I think the other one could be a duck or geese, but I thought they were really cute and that they would work well with the page. I also pulled out this circular journaling card I thought I could use for my journaling. Now that I selected most of my embellishment and where my photos were going to go, I'm gluing everything down so that I can add my title. I'm planning to use these yellow foam thickers that I've gotten from Hobby Lobby. Other than the packaging, I think they're very similar to the American Crafts foam thickers. The font's a little different as well. I think this font is specific for Hobby Lobby, but I really like the color and the quality of the stickers. So you definitely should consider using the Hobby Lobby brand if you don't want to pay as much for an American Crafts set of thickers. I am spelling out towel, and my original thought was to just call the page Towel Animals, but I ended up adding folding at the end because I didn't feel like it was a complete title. As for the embellishing, I had my two ducks, and usually I like to have a third one, but I only had two, so I made do, and I added a duck in the upper left-hand corner of my top photo, and then I had another open space between my lower photo and my journaling card. So I put another duck there. Shamel recently had a video about trap space, and I definitely saw some trap space between my two photos and my title. So I filled it in with this cute white polka dot blue ribbon bow that I had left over from last month's DIY stash kit and thought I'd use it up now since I had 3 of those. So I put those 3 bows in the 3 areas of embellishing I thought I was going to have on this page. I have one right by the duck, and I gave the duck a little bow tie, and then I added one also on top of my journaling card. I had these small little banners in the ephemera pack as well, and I wanted to use them on my layout. So I added 2 right by the middle bow and thought that would help fill in the gap. And I added my other two at the bottom below my journaling circle, and I ended up also using this die cut that said noted right on top, so it fills in the gap there. I wanted to add some washi tape to some of the embellishment clusters, so I'm using this teal, orange, and red polka dot washi tape in the upper left hand corner underneath my duck, and then used it again right above my journaling circle. At this point, I saw the empty space above towel and decided to add the word folding into my title. I usually like to use verbs in my titles, like an action verb. So folding is an example. One of my previous layouts, I did being as part of my title, and then I know even before that, I've also done one that's had decorating. So I like action verbs in my title. So I had to add folding towel animals. That describes the layout a lot better than just towel animals. I love enamel dots, so I decided to just add a few on this page. I picked some colors that went well with the background sheet of paper, like this teal and this dark navy blue, and then I used a white one as well. I felt like I was missing some yellows in my page, so I took my alphas that I had used for my title, and sometimes they have these stars or asterisks or punctuation, and I never really used them. So I use them whenever I just want to continue embellishing the page, and I used the yellow asterisk in my yellow alpha stickers. I added a few clear stickers onto the page. I added a right now in the upper left, a share this in the middle cluster of embellishments, and a this happened above my journaling circle. I'm grabbing my roller date stamp and picking the sentiment created, and then adding the date at the bottom of my page, right below my lower photo. Last but not least, I'm adding my journaling, and I wrote, my boyfriend was off touring the boat, so I decided to go take the towel animal folding class. I made an elephant and a dog. Not too shabby, I would say. I do think my towel animals came out pretty well. They were also selling books on how to fold towel animals at home, so I purchased one of those as well. The proceeds were going to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, so I thought it was for a good cause. And that's my page. So if you enjoyed this process video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. And I hope you have a crafty day.